Hello viewers, welcome to Mickey Studio, the channel where you get step-by-step guidance to basic mechanical engineering concepts. So in this video, today we'll be seeing the second tutorial of CADian Design Software, where we'll be handling the drawing of geometric figures. Yes, so let's dive in. Now, coming to our basic CADian layout, drawing geometric figures have three different approaches. One is using the commands in the toolbar, the second is using the icons on the left corner, and the third using the command bar at the bottom here. So each and every diagram I try to draw it with the different methods that are available over here, and we'll start away directly by drawing a line first. So here we have got the line icon in the left corner. So I'm just clicking on, of course, the left click of the mouse on the line icon, and immediately when I click it, note the command box, you have the start of the line. So let me click at random the start point of the line, and again note the command box. Now it prompts you to enter the end point of the line. So as I have described in the first tutorial, whatever command is placed in between these angular brackets are the existing command which you have to follow in the command box. So now let's go for an endpoint at random and just click again, and my line is drawn. So if I want to get rid of the continuity of this line, I just press the escape button on the keyboard, and here is my line. Next, geometric figures. Let's go for a circle. The command is here, right? So I click the circle icon, and now move on to the command box. It asks us to select the center of the circle. So let me say click on a point where the center is selected, and as I move my cursor away from the center point, you could see the circle gets bigger or smaller as required. But now again, if you see the command box, there are two options at the bottom here. So initially, within the angular brackets, we have the radius. So whatever data I'm going to type here, it is going to act as the radius diameter of this circle. If I want to convert it as a diameter dimension, all I have to do is give D over here, D, the letter D, so that, and press the enter button so that it converts to diameter. Let me show it to you. I type D and I hit the enter button. Now you can see the command box has changed the command to a diameter of a circle. So now when I enter any value over here, it will be considered as the diameter of the circle. Okay. So let me just give at random 5. As I told you, all units are in millimeters. So 5 millimeters and enter button. Now you have a circle with diameter 5 millimeters. Okay. So this is how you will be drawing a circle. You can either do it with the radius or with the diameter. So both work over here. Next, let's move on to polygons. Why I'm being specific only with a few commands over here is because for a mechanical engineering, engineering graphics or drafting subject, the basic mechanical shapes that we'll be drawing is either a line or circle or a rectangle or polygons of three-sided triangle, four-sided square, five-sided pentagon, or six-sided hexagon. So we move up to only six-sided figures for majority of our drawing. So I'll be covering only these aspects today. So now let's move on to a polygon. Of course, we all know what a polygon is. It is three or more number of sides, okay, with almost equal dimension on each side. Therefore, let's select a polygon. Once I click the polygon command, now you can see here at the bottom, it The first command is how many number of sides do you want? Okay, so let's start with 3 basically. So I just enter the number 3 in the command button and hit enter. Now the command button again asks me to specify where is the center of the polygon. Okay, so let me click at random somewhere, and you can see that is the center, and as I move my mouse cursor away from the center, you can see the polygon of 3 sides, that is a triangle, is being created, right? So I just click where I want the size to be as large as possible. Okay, I just click it somewhere and I get my triangle over here. So now let's do the same triangle using the draw tab over here. Okay. It is the same whether you use an icon or a draw. I just want to show you the difference. So there is a polygon command over here. I click on polygon. It leads me to the same command over here. How many sides you want? Let's give 3 and give enter. And this time let's move on with the edge. Okay, edge means one side of a polygon. What distance would be one side of the polygon? So all I have to do is type E for edge. Okay, and press the enter button. Now you can see the command has changed from the center vertex point to the edge dimension. So now whatever triangle I'll be drawing over here, it is with respect to the edge dimension, length of one side of the triangle, right? So now let me select the first endpoint of the triangle, right, and select it here. Now you can see as I move the cursor to the right and down, it is in concern with the edge, and this with respect to the status bar over here. You can note it over here. The length, as I move the cursor, it increases and decreases. So if you want a length, one-sided length of say 2 mm, I'll just keep it approximately to somewhere around 2.0. This looks fine, and click on the other side. So now this is my triangle with a side of 2 mm length. Of course, all 3 sides are equal over here. Now let's go move on to the square, and this time I'll be drawing a square directly from the toolbar over here. Go to draw, polygon, number of sides. Now I require for a square is 4. So there's one point to note over here. 4 equal sides make a square. Therefore, if I want to draw a square, I'll be going with the polygon command. But if I want to draw a rectangle, which has a different length and a different height, then there is a rectangle command right over here, which we'll be seeing very soon. But I would just like to show the difference right now because both are four-sided figures. So if I want to go with the square, I'll be going with the polygon command. So it is four-sided figure. I enter the digit 4 over here and press the enter button. Now let me move on with edge again. So I would like to give an edge dimension. I press E and enter, so that now I'll be starting with the edge dimension. Now I'll have to click the first point of the square. Let me click over here and you can see a square is being formed, right? Now the second endpoint, I'll just take it random. Of course, if I want a specific length, I can go here. Okay, I'll just go at random, a square. So this is how you draw a square. Next, let me go with a five-sided figure, which is a pentagon. And this time, I'll be working on the command box. So in the initial time of the video, I told you that there are 3 different ways to draw geometric figures. One is using this draw command in the tab. Second is using the polygon icon over here, right? I've clicked it, so I press an escape button to refresh the command box here. And now the third method, directly type command. Okay, so in the command tab, I'm going to type polygon and hit the enter button. You can see this, it has moved on to the next step. Exactly the same step, whether I use the tab method or the icon method or the command bar, it moves on to the same specific step over here. So this time I'm going for a five-sided figure, which is a polygon. I hit 5 and go for the enter button. Again, I would say this time I'll just move on with the center of the polygon. So I select the center vertex point And as I move out, you can see a pentagon is being created, and that's my endpoint. Let's do the same once again for a hexagon. I go to the command bar, type polygon is the base command. So I type a polygon. I want to draw a polygon. I type the correct spelling of polygon. If you make a mistake there, the command will not work. It will show an error. So polygon and hit the enter button. Total number of sides. This time I would go for 6 because I want to draw a hexagon, and then press the enter button again. Now again I would like to go with the center. So I'll just specify the center point somewhere, and now I would select the end point. So this is my hexagon right here. Okay. So these are the basic geometric figures which we usually draw in engineering drawing. So I think I've covered almost everything. And finally, let's go for the rectangle. So rectangle option is either here, or you can go to the draw command and select the rectangle. So when you come to the rectangle, you see there is not a single dimension because it has two different dimensions, one length and one height, right? So here, as you see, within the brackets, we have to select the first corner of the rectangle. Okay. So let me select the first corner somewhere here. And now it asks me for the other corner. Okay. See the command box over here. It is asking me for the other corner. So I just move the mouse along which side I want the rectangle, either this way or this way. At the bottom, any four quadrants work fine. Right? So I go for a rectangle of this size approximately, and I press the mouse left button again to complete my rectangle. Yes, so now we have got all our figures on our page, and finally let me try to save this. And before that, I would like to cover one small aspect again. We have drawn figures. Now if I want to delete a figure, how do I do that? So if I want to delete this line, okay, can you say I just move the cursor, the mouse on this line, and at one certain point it gets highlighted, right? So keep it highlighted, place it over there, and press the left click of the mouse, and you can see that line alone is selected now. Now it is a selected entity, okay, and there are again different methods how we can delete this entity. Either you go directly in your keyboard, press the delete button. I'm going to do it now. I press the delete button and the line is deleted. Okay. Now again, there are two triangles. I'll try to delete one here again using a different method. Now, as you can see, it is getting highlighted when I move my mouse along it. I keep it highlighted and left click on the mouse button to select the triangle, and again right click on the mouse button, right click this time, right? And here you have different option. Of course we'll be seeing in future videos, but now I just want to delete this entity. So you have a delete option here, left click again on the delete option, and you'll have it go. So this is the second method to delete an entity. We also have a third method to delete an entity, which is you select an entire object. Okay, for instance, let me select this other triangle. So I'll left click on anywhere where I'll be able to select this complete triangle, just a normal left click, and again left click when you have selected that complete entity. Okay, both the times left click. So now you can see the complete triangle has been selected. Okay, now I go to the command box and I type delete and press the enter button. Now you can see the triangle has gone. So this is how we have multiple approaches to either drawing an entity or deleting an entity, right? So I hope this video was really useful today, and before signing out, let me just save this file. So I go to file, save. Let me put it in the desktop. I create a new folder. This is tutorial 2, I would name it as. Open that folder, and geometric figures for today, and save. So now the file is saved. As I showed you in the first video, every file I'll be trying to save it twice. One as a drawing file. What I've done right now, it is saved as a drawing file. Okay. And the second type, I would like to save it as an image file with a .jpg extension. So to do that, again, I move on to file. I go to export to file. Now it is in the same folder, of course. So I'll type geometric figures image. I'll just rename the file and then select the file type as JPG and then give save. Again, I repeat, we are not done yet because we'll have to save whatever is required from the screen. Okay, so you can see the command box prompt you to select the entities that you want to export. So let me select from this corner, left click, the complete drawing, and again a left click somewhere right here. Now all the entities are selected and now I hit the enter button. Once you hit enter, you can see the command box has refreshed and my file is saved as a JPG. So let me go back to the desktop. I have tutorial 2 over here and here I have two different files. One you can see it is with a DWG extension file. So each time I can open this and edit whatever I have drawn over here. And the second file which I have said here is a image file, .jpg file. When I click on this, yeah, you can see the area which I have selected here has been directly saved as a image file. Okay, I hope today's video was really useful. Thank you and see you again in our next tutorial. Have a nice day.